Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of Andrewsfootball.com. Live stream Wednesday, 8 p.m. Be there. We're going to talk all things football related. Anything you want, I'll be there live. All right? And stick around till the end. I'm going to give you a special 2-game parlay so you get an opportunity to go ahead and make some money. Now, I'm going to break down all 8 divisions. This is going to be my quarterly report, but I'm still going to break down all of Week 5's games. So let's get going here. Let's talk about the AFC. All right, the AFC, the 4 divisions in the AFC. Kansas City and New England, of course, are going to win the divisions. The AFC North, I still like Baltimore to win the division. I know they looked really bad. I know they lost 2 straight, but the defense is going to get turned around sooner or later. I think Baltimore is going to bounce back and end up winning that division. And then I also, keep in mind, though, that Baltimore-Pittsburgh game, that's going to be very interesting. Wouldn't it be cool if Pittsburgh starts off 0-3 and 2 weeks later they're in first place? And if Cleveland, wins on Monday night, I mean, they got an opportunity to go 3-2. I mean, how much fun is that going to be? With Cincinnati, remember Jonah Williams, their first-round pick, 11th pick overall. He was going to be starting left tackle. He got injured. I think it was mini camp, out for the year. That's kind of a microcosm of their season. They're just in full rebuild mode. Just wait till 2020, unfortunately. And then with the AFC South, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the Titans. I mean, all 4 teams are 2-2. Now, the reason why I like the Titans is because they have the really good defense, plus you get Derrick Henry. All right? But I will say this. If Jacksonville can do the following 3 things, all right, 3 things, then I would pick Jacksonville to win the division. Number 1, Minshew Magic has to keep going. He has to keep developing. I mean, is this a flash in the pan, or is this guy a good quarterback? If he's a good quarterback, you have the recipe that you need. You have a good defense, a young quarterback, and you got Leonard Fournette. All right? That's the number 2 thing. Leonard Fournette has to stay healthy. When healthy, he's a top 5 running back. I know a lot of people are going to say top 5. No, he's that good. He's one of the best 5 running backs in the National Football League when healthy. He couldn't stay healthy at LSU, hasn't been able to stay healthy in the pros. I don't expect him to play all 16 games. If he does, if he continues to play, if he plays the remaining 12 games, then watch out for Jacksonville. And then the third and final thing, of course, is Jalen Ramsey. Can he buy into 2019? Forget 2020. All right? Forget 2020. You're gone to another team, another topic, another day. Can you buy in for this year? Can you say, hey, look, I got to play this year to make my money in 2020? So Minshew Magic, Fournette, Ramsey, these 3 things happen. Jacksonville wins the division. I don't see it happening, though. Playoff teams. Of course, I like the Chargers. I think they got the most talent in the AFC, top to bottom, but another slow start's going to prevent them from winning the West. My other wild card team is the Buffalo Bills. The reason why I say this is because I think the AFC South's going to beat each other up. I think the winner's going to have either 8, 9, or 10 wins. But I think all 4 of those teams are going to hover around 500. The Bills have an opportunity to go 4-2 in the division. Now, keep in mind with Buffalo is that they have a Thanksgiving game at Dallas. After Thanksgiving, their schedule gets really, really tough. All right? So Buffalo has to keep going. When I do my next quarter report, quarter 2, halfway through the season, whatever you want to call it, if Buffalo's 4-4, 5-3, I probably have them not making the playoff. But if they're solid, 6-2, if they only lose 1 more game, 2 more games, I don't know, maybe 5-3 is good enough. We'll have to review it, but Buffalo has a tough ending of the season, something you got to watch. But for right now, I think the Bills are going to make the playoffs. Now, in the NFC, Dallas and the Saints, I think it's pretty obvious. Even if the Seahawks lost, and yes, I had them covering 1.5, and what is it? Good teams win, great teams cover. They didn't cover. The line actually dropped from 1.5 to 1, but I told you 1.5, so I got to take the loss. Even if the Seahawks lost, I would still have them winning the division. All right? But the number one thing that's changed in my NFC perspective is the NFC North. I had the Minnesota Vikings winning that division. It's really, the NFC North to me is really tough because The Bears have the best defense. Minnesota has the most talent. Packers got the best quarterback, but I think Lions have the best team. So I'm now really on board, especially after Minnesota lost last week. Cousins doesn't look that good. The offensive line looks bad. So I really like Detroit. I love the way they played against Kansas City, almost beating the Chiefs. And I was not impressed with the way Minnesota looked against Chicago last week. I think the Lions are now going to win the division. Wildcard teams. This is a tough one, but the two wildcard teams so far, I think, are the Rams and the Niners. And I like these two teams better than I like anybody else because both of them can play defense and they both have good offenses. And yes, I'm fully aware the Rams gave up 55 and 30 points the last two games. I just got done watching them give up 30 against the Seahawks in Seattle. I understand, but they got Aaron Donald. They have a lot of talent, and I think they'll bounce back. I will say this, though. This is a year I think that there could be a 10-6 team in NFC that doesn't make the playoffs. This is a tough year to be in the NFC because there's a lot of good teams and it's a lot more balanced. In the AFC, you got two teams up here, Chiefs and Patriots. You got everybody else. So I mean, and I think that AFC South winner, I think that could be an 8 or a 9-win team potentially. I mean, all the teams right now are 500. I wouldn't be surprised if an 8-8 team wins that division. I really wouldn't. NFC, I think, is a different picture. I think you could have a 10-6 team, a really good team, not even make the playoffs this year. So let's break down to the week 5. All right, now if you're in the Central Time Zone, these are all noon games. All right, Arizona at Cincinnati. Somebody is getting their first win. Cincinnati's at home. They get the 3 points just for being at home. I actually think Arizona wins just because I think they have the better defense. I'm more excited about this game than the casual fan because I want to see how both these teams react in a winnable game. The Cincinnati, who looked really just defeated against Pittsburgh, they come out flat. Arizona, how do they respond? So this is actually going to be kind of a fun game. One of these teams is going to get a win. I think it'll be really interesting to see who. Chicago's in London against the Raiders. To me, this is a very exciting game. Chase Daniel's going to start, which might be a good thing, especially against the Raiders. I've always liked Chase Daniel, so him starting over Trubisky, who's not looked good early on, may actually be better for the Bears. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. The Bears 5.5-point favorites. I would not bet on the point spread on this game. I think the Bears win a low-scoring game, but I would not bet on it. Tampa Bay at the Saints. I'm really surprised that the Saints are only a 3-point favorite at home after beating Dallas on Sunday Night Football. I think they win and cover. Even though Tampa Bay's looked really good, I fully expect the Saints to win and cover. Minnesota at the New York Giants. Minnesota's a 5-point favorite, and I think they win and cover. I think Daniel Jones is going to have a bad day against a really good Vikings defense. Jets at Philly. In this game, I'm really surprised about. The Eagles are a 13.5-point favorite at home. The Jets are fresh off of a bye. I don't know if Darnold's going to play. I don't think it matters. I think it's going to be a much closer game than you think. I think it's actually going to be a close game. Jets, I think, cover. I'm not saying they're going to win, but they definitely cover 13.5. I talked about this kind of earlier, but Baltimore at Pittsburgh. I really want to see how these two teams react. I really want to see how they react. I do think Baltimore wins the game, but how do these guys react? Does Pittsburgh, kind of keep rolling? Does the momentum keep going? Does Baltimore, after 2 losses, do they just kind of fall apart? I mean, can you imagine if Baltimore loses this game? Do they just fall apart? They're a tough team, so I do expect them to bounce back, but this will be really, really interesting. Patriots at Washington. New England's a 15.5-point favorite at Washington. Washington's defense is a little underrated. I want to see how Brady handles this defense because it's underrated. It's better than people think. They didn't score an offensive touchdown last week in Buffalo, so I kind of want to see how they bounce back because if they win this game like 21-9 or 24-14, you may have to look at New England and go, you can see some cracks in the armor, or did Buffalo figure something out, or is Buffalo's defense really good? This is really important. Next game is Jacksonville at Carolina. Carolina starting Kyle Allen again. Is he going to go 3-0? This is going to be a really fun game. Carolina's 3.5-point favorite. I don't know who's going to win this game. If I had to bet on this game, the over-under is 41, a real low number, but I like the under. I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game. Really curious who wins this game. I don't want to pick one. I'm not going to pick one. I would pick the under. That's who I would pick. That's my prediction. Atlanta at Houston. One of the greatest people on planet Earth requested a video on what's wrong with his Falcons. Are 1-3. Well, spoiler alert, the main issue is they didn't fix the offensive line. Houston's got J.J. Watt. You're in Houston, so I like Houston. Afternoon delight. All right. Great AFC West battle. Denver travels to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. And the Chargers are 6.5-point favorite. I know everything looks like the Chargers are going to win. I probably would pick the Chargers to win. There's just something that's bugging me about this game. To me, I got a weird feeling about this one. I got a weird feeling Denver might win this game. So I don't buy something just says Denver could win this game. These two teams play some weird games against each other. Don't be surprised if Denver wins. I'd pick the Chargers, but Green Bay at Dallas. This is going to be a really good game. Tyron Smith not expected to play. That's huge. I think he's the best player on the Cowboys team. Best player overall, period. And he's not expected to play. La'el Collins didn't practice today. I'm making this video on Thursday, so Friday, hopefully the Cowboys see some better news. But bottom line, you have some offensive line problems. You're off of a loss. I know Green Bay's going to Dallas. But keep in mind, Green Bay played on Thursday. Dallas played on Sunday night, so you get a few extra days. I definitely like Green Bay to cover 3.5. Monday Night Football. Cleveland at San Francisco. San Francisco off of bye gets Cleveland off its biggest win. Really surprised the Niners only a 4-point favorite. I expect them to win and cover. So listen, if you stay tuned, what did I tell you? A special 2-game parlay. All right, so here it comes. Game 1, Buffalo at Tennessee. Yes, I've been very, very high on the Titans. I admit it. But Josh Allen's still not confirmed to start. They don't know who the starting quarterback's going to be. Devin Singletary not expected to play at Tennessee. Tennessee, a very underrated defense. Plus, they got Derrick Henry. They'll cover 3 points. Game number 2, and I will be at this game. It's the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Kansas City. The Colts are an 11-point dog. Here's the deal. The Kansas City Chiefs have not covered the last 2 games. Well, make it 3. They're not going to cover 11. They're going to win this game. They're just not going to cover 11. Now, keep in mind, a 38-28 win by Kansas City means that they don't cover. The over-under is 56. I expect a high-scoring game. The reason why I don't say bet over 56, it's just too high of a number, not smart. The smart play, the second game of the parlay is the Colts covering 11, so that's your second half. So listen, if you're a subscriber to Andrews Football, you already know you're one of the greatest people on planet Earth. All your wildest dreams are going to come true. Now, the live stream is Wednesday. Don't forget to tune in. Have a great weekend, and I will see you Tuesday.